Also, Anna Gasteyer.
I know, right?
When she started singing,
I didn't know she had it in her until this one. Yeah, I know, right?
okay, because I don't really know her all that well. Like, I know her from appearances and here, this and that. The thing that I know her the most from is a TV show called Chuck, starring Zachary Levi.
Okay, I remember hearing about Chuck. I've had a few people tell
Probably
me I should
from
go
me.
back and watch it.
It's one of my favorite shows. And she plays this like hardcore Russian assassin who's going up against Timothy Dalton. You need to see this show, dude.
I gotta add your name to the list of the large number of people who have told me this. I need to see Chuck.
No, when you see the entire show, like, so I'm never going to stop talking about Supernatural because I love it so much. But the way that Supernatural was put together with the songs and the composition, and like every single episode that they could, they did cameos and throwbacks. Like the episode with the two detectives, the Dana Schultz episode. Do you remember this one by chance?
The Two Detectives with Dana Schultz.
So Sam and Dean go, and there's this woman and this man, and Sam and Dean wind up in jail in police custody, and they're being interrogated and all this. And it was one of the cops that was the killer, and this ghost
Oh,
was like a death omen that was warning everybody.
okay, yeah. This is sounding familiar. Yeah.
Okay, so the main point that I'm getting to is at the end of that episode, Sam and Dean are walking away, and Jensen says to Jared, he's like, "Man, I don't know why. I could really go for some pea soup." Now, the reason they said that is because the woman who played the detective in that movie was the little girl from The Exorcist, and what they had her
Linda
spit out
Blair.
of her mouth. Yes, she was in this episode, and they had that line in there as a throwback because in The Exorcist, that is the vomit that they had the little girl spit out was pea
Yeah,
soup.
I remember all that, and I'm kind of having like a weird Mandela moment here because I could have sworn Linda Blair was dead, like as a child. Like that was one of the big controversies was that she died on the set of The Exorcist 2.
We need to look this up because either I'm way wrong, or I just could be way wrong, but I I gotta know. 1973. Uh, she's still alive, dude.
Okay, so now I gotta see who died on the set of The Exorcist.
Also starring Robert Torti as Jesus.
No, apparently 9 people died during the production of The Exorcist.
9?
9, but they were all crew. Mostly like, and they weren't like. Oh, okay. Yeah, they were like age. They were like in their 50s and like 90s and stuff like that. These weren't like shocking deaths.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's still uh ominous.
Yeah.
Just gonna go ahead and put that out there. Wow,
You know
nine
what?
people dying on the set
Who
of The
you know
Exorcist.
what? Here's where I'm confused. I'm thinking of not Linda Blair, who was the original Exorcist, but the little girl in the other Exorcist movie that had her hand on the TV and said, "They're here." That's a
Oh, you're
different little girl.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. God, all these movies are the same. How do you people keep? How do you horror fans keep track of all these movies that are literally just capitalizing on creepy children, and they're otherwise all the same?
It's a really good
There we go.
question.
That's
I can
rage
figure
bait
out
for
all
you.
of them. I can I can differentiate pretty much all of them except the Conjuring universe.
There's a there's a Conjuring universe. Really?
Oh, dude,
Seriously?
after the MCU did its thing, they like every studio in the world was like, we need a cinematic universe. Do you remember when
That's true.
Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe tried to start a cinematic universe?
Yes, I do. And you know what? I was actually on board with that one until I saw the movie. I thought it
Yeah,
was a good
same.
idea until I saw the execution. And
I was
yeah,
ready for the MonsterVerse. I was ready for that.
yeah.
But now we have the Godzilla MonsterVerse. So they did get it. It just wasn't the one that we thought it was going to be.
Okay, yeah.
But Russell Crowe playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I was on board for that.
Yeah, no. Like, generally speaking, like the
However,
the
having a
perform
50-year-old Tom Cruise playing a buck sergeant, that was really dumb.
it was a good idea. Good performances. It was just, I mean, let's be, what it came down to. It was badly written. That's what it really came down to. They tried to bite off more than they could chew all at once, and it just didn't work.
The reason the MCU happened is because they didn't try. Like they made an Iron
Until
Man movie,
yeah,
and then it went
until
so well that XYZ happened.
yeah, and it wasn't even until God, what was it? Like the second Thor movie that they really started to take it seriously and started putting it together. Everything up till then was just
Nah, I
one
doubt it. I
shot.
mean, because they released Thor not long before they released Avengers.
Thor 1?
hmm
Hmm.
I mean, the end credit scene for Captain America was literally a trailer for the Avengers,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Huh.
and yeah, I think it was just the wild success that came off of Iron Man,
It really
and
was. Yeah. I
then
mean, they had no
I
plans to do
loved
anything
Captain
again.
America, like the first one and Winter Soldier. All of the Captain America movies are great.
I think Winter Soldier is probably my favorite of the Captain
It
America
is the
movies,
best.
but it is a tough call. That they are all pretty solid films.
It it is the best. Back to this movie, the
Right.
opening scene
That may be the
where
worst tangent we've gone on yet.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to do like a sideshow where it's literally just the MCU, just to get that out of my system. Because I know you don't want to cover it because it's been done to death. I know, I get it, but I haven't done it yet.
Okay, all right. I just feel I don't have anything to add. I have taken in a lot of the stuff. I feel like what needs to be
I
said has
feel
been said.
like I have a lot to say about Captain Marvel because man, Brie Larson has gotten so much hate for that character, and she does not deserve it. I don't think people, when they watch Captain Marvel, I don't think they're actually getting the movie. However, we both agree that final song was horrid.
No. Do we know what that final song was supposed to be? Because it obviously was a
It
studio
it
edit that
seemed like
changed
it
that.
was filmed with something in mind,
Yeah.
and then
I have a
they went with
theory.
"I'm Just a Girl."
Yeah. I have a theory.
I know
And
what I
just
would
because
have
I
liked
just
to have heard.
recently I just recently resaw the trailer to the Marvels. I haven't seen the Marvels yet. It's
That was
on.
a good
I'm like
one.
it's
That was a really fun one.
yeah, and I'm planning on seeing it very soon.
Hmm.
But it's kind of one of those things where like I have agreed to see it with the family, and so I got to wait till all the members of the family are ready. So I'm just kind of sitting here waiting.
Oh, that
Um,
sucks.
but
I get it.
I just rewatched the trailer to it, and they've got "Sabotage" from the Beastie Boys
hmm
peppered in through that trailer. So there's a part of me that's wondering, is that what was supposed to be in that scene? Like I kind of want, like, part of me wants to
It
go
would have
back and
worked.
yeah, part of me
It
wants to
would have
go
worked.
back and like overlay "Sabotage" on that scene to see if it fits better.
You want to know what song I wanted to have there instead?
Hmm.
Brackish by Kitty.
Is that, I don't know if I know that one actually. Now that I think about it,
You don't know that one.
I mean, I'll probably recognize it if I hear it, but
Maybe, dude. It's 90s, and it
hmm
is three women. I think it's three women, and they are heavy metal, and they're not like girl heavy metal. Like
right,
ew.
right,
No. They don't. No. These were women who went full bore metal,
okay, yeah,
and the grumble, the growl, everything like that. Like they weren't trying to market as a pretty spin on metal. They were just women doing metal, and it hit. And the fact that I've never seen that in any movie, kind of criminal.
yeah. Well, and my other theory was that it might have been the Cramps. I don't know what Cramps song it would have been, but I would
Jesus
bet.
Christ, dude! I didn't think you were talking about a band. I thought you were saying the actor had cramps. I'm like, I don't think we could say that on this channel, dude.
See,
That's so
that's my
messed up.
that's my point. No, there was an 80s slash 90s rock band called the Cramps. They were very popular, at least when I was a teenager in the
No idea.
90s. Okay, so that's the thing is like, and that was like the other part of it is I was wondering if that was what some song from the Cramps was it supposed to be in there, and then some Disney exec was like, "We're a Disney. This is a Disney movie. We can't have a band called the Cramps on our soundtracks. Pick something else." And then they basically grabbed
Honest man, even I Want
No Doubt
Candy
of
would have
Granite.
been better in that than I'm Just a Girl. Like literally anything would have been better than that. That was a terrible decision.